Hey everyone, I'm Amber and welcome to the Raw Reset. If you're new here, I am on a journey to lose 100 pounds utilizing the raw food lifestyle. So today we're gonna make a cheesy pizza cracker. And I don't know about you, but I love crunchy and salty and yummy. So that's what I crave the most. I don't crave sugar. So I wanted to create a cracker that I could eat pretty often that doesn't require any nuts. So this recipe is nut free and it's totally raw. It does require a dehydrator. So you will need a dehydrator and you will need a blender. So what you're going to need for this recipe is some buckwheat groats. Now these are raw and they've been soaked overnight and rinsed completely until they run clear. And so I have them in a bowl here and they're ready to use. You know they're ready when you can pinch them and they're soft. All right, we're gonna need some flax, and I'm using golden flax so that the crackers aren't very dark or aren't too dark. I want them to look lighter, so you can use dark if you'd like, but I'm gonna use the golden flax. You might need some water, so I have a cup of water here. You're gonna need some salt, a couple garlic cloves, some crushed red pepper, some smoked paprika, some turmeric. Now this is just for color, so if you want to omit this, you certainly can. Some lemon juice, some dried oregano. Now this seasoning I absolutely love, and I'll link this below. This seasoning is the bomb, honestly. It's really good. So we're gonna add that. Some nutritional yeast, some sun-dried tomatoes in oil. If you don't do oil, you can go ahead and soak your sun-dried tomatoes, rehydrate them, and you can use those just fine. I'm using the ones in oil with no sulfites, however you say it. Some onion powder and some garlic powder. Now this may seem like a lot of ingredients, but once you put it all together, it's super easy and simple. So I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. Okay, we're gonna start by adding our groats first into the blender. This is 1 cup and I soaked it overnight. And then in the morning, I rinsed it off until it ran clear, till the water ran clear. And you can tell that it's done because it's super, super soft. You can press it in like that. So we're gonna add the groats first. And then we're gonna add our sun-dried tomatoes. This is a half a cup of sun-dried tomatoes. It's about a half a jar measured out. Okay, we're going to add the garlic, the 2 cloves of garlic. And then we're gonna whiz this around first, get it combined, and then we'll add all of our seasonings in. All right, that looks good. Now we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients here. We have 2 tablespoons of golden flax. We need 5 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. Okay, we have a teaspoon of salt. We have 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. This was about half of a lemon. We need about half a tablespoon of turmeric. About the same of red pepper flakes, about half a teaspoon. We need 1 teaspoon of oregano. We need 1 teaspoon of this, and I'll link this below. This goes great in zoodles as well. Any Italian dish you make. 1 teaspoon. And we're going to add a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. All right, we're going to give that a whiz. We might need to add a little bit of water at this stage. And yes, I do have a nasty burn on my arm, ironically from cooking my husband food. He is not raw. I was cooking him food on Valentine's Day and I got a really nasty burn on my arm. So I'm soldiering on here. We're gonna need to add a little bit of water. Might need just a skosh more water. You don't want it too wet, but you don't want it overly dry. I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of flax. That should do it. Went a little too heavy on the water. All right, guys, that looks absolutely perfect. Perfect texture and everything. So that's what you're going for, like thick pancake batter. Now I want to give this a little taste to see if it needs any salt adjustment. That is so good. Okay, so you guys, this tastes like pizza. So if you're craving pizza, you can eat some crackers. Now the best thing to do is to let this sit for about 15 minutes so all those flavors can mesh together, meld together. Now when it dehydrates, it's going to concentrate the flavor a little bit more, but if you let it sit for about 15 minutes, it's going to combine those flavors, just make them more intense, so the crackers will be more flavorful. And that's what we're going for here, is flavor. All right, so I'm going to let this sit for about 15 minutes on the counter, and then I'll be back and I'll put it on the dehydrator sheets. Okay guys, it's been 15 minutes. So I have 2 dehydrator sheets here, the silicone sheets. And I half this batter and put half the batter on one and half the batter on the other. Now I want these crackers pretty thin because I want them crispy. So you can do them however you want as far as thickness goes, but I'm gonna do them pretty thin because I like that texture. So about half the batter on one and about half the batter on the other. And also I wanted to mention that buckwheat groats are high in protein, or higher in protein. There's about 6 grams per 4th cup of buckwheat groats. So if you're looking to get more protein into your diet, that's a good way to do it. Now I'm not going for aesthetics here. I'm simply trying to just lay it out. I'm not very good at this. I was never a baker. I was never good at making pancakes. So I'm just going to do the best I can here with what I've got. So. This batter, you can see, is very thin spread. Definitely not perfect. I'm going to score it so that they form little squares when they dry out. And you're not going to go all the way through. It's hard to do that with how thin this is, but I'm not going to go all the way through, or try not to. So there's that. And then I'm going to put a little bit of Celtic sea salt on top, just because I like that texture and I like the little salty hit you get with it. You can omit this, obviously, if you want. You can also add whatever other seasonings or any other seasonings you wanted on top, if you wanted to put some Italian seasonings on it or whatever. But these crackers are super flavorful as they are. Okay, I'll get the other one done. All right, a little messy. All right, and there we go. So we're gonna put these in the dehydrator, 10 hours, flip them over after 10 hours, and then cook them for another 8 to 10 hours. We'll see you tomorrow. Welcome back, guys. So now it's tomorrow from when we put the crackers in the dehydrator, and now they're all done and they're fully crispy, absolutely perfect. I dehydrated them on one side for 10 hours, flipped them, and then dehydrated on the other side for 12 hours, and that formed the perfect texture. So it depends on what kind of dehydrator you have, obviously, I'm sure, but they cooked, or they dehydrated at 115 degrees. Okay, so I store the crackers in just a Ziploc bag. It works fine, it works great. And I made some little pizza variations here. One with smashed avocado, some with tomato, some with arugula and red bell pepper. And I used a cashew cheese, which is not fully raw. And I also used a almond milk cream cheese from Kite Hill. So those are not 100% fully raw, but they're absolutely delicious on these crackers. So I'm gonna go ahead and taste one. I'm gonna try one with the tomatoes and the almond cream cheese. You guys, if you're craving pizza, this is what to do. This is what to eat. Fully raw, minus the cream cheese part, I guess. But fully raw, delicious, healthy, no nuts. Try it out. You'll love it. And if you're new to raw and just beginning your journey, you can download my free Raw Reset Beginner Guide. I'll leave the link to that and Club Raw in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless.